All right, so get this. Today, uh, we're diving into a story that's going to have you wondering about prison life and fandom. You know, just human nature, really.
Oh, this is a good one.
We're talking Decca Heggie, right? So a bare-knuckle boxer. Guy's practically got a cot on reserve in the prison system, am I right?
Yeah, he's got a history, that's for sure. But
But this time,
this time it's different.
it's not his fists making the headlines. It's something else, something much, well, weirder.
Definitely unexpected.
So lay it on me. What's the story with this Decca guy? What's got everyone buzzing this time?
All right, well, buckle up, because it all starts with Decca becoming a jailhouse heartthrob.
Wait, hold on. Do you say heartthrob? As in women are swooning over this guy while he's locked up?
You heard right. The article we've got here, it lays it all out. It's actually pretty wild.
Okay, you've got to give me the details. How does a bare-knuckle boxer, someone who settles things with his fists, become a heartthrob from behind bars?
Well, picture this. Decca's in his cell, right? Standard prison fare. And one day, out of the blue, a pink perfume envelope appears on his cell floor.
A pink, perfumed envelope. Sounds like a scene straight out of a movie. All right, I'm hooked. Who sent it?
It was from an inmate, woman named Sharon, locked up at a different facility. Apparently, she'd caught a glimpse of Decca in some, YouTube video or something, and that was it. She was smitten.
Love at first YouTube viewing. That's a new one.
Right. And the kicker is, in the letter, she's going on about this heart of gold she sees in him beneath the rough exterior.
Okay, so maybe a little bit of the bad boy appeal, but come on, one letter, even one as flowery as that, doesn't make you a heartthrob. Yeah. What happened next?
Oh, it didn't stop there. That's the thing. That pink envelope, it was like a beacon or something. Soon, Decca's cell was practically overflowing with letters. Photographs, too. Even hand-drawn portraits. All from women in prisons across the country.
You're kidding. So we've moved past a single admirer. This is a full-blown fan club. What are they writing in these letters? Are we talking marriage proposals already?
Huh. Not quite proposals, but it's pretty close. I mean, they're comparing him to romantic heroes, for crying out loud. Declarations of love, promises of tattoos in his honor, the works.
Wow, this is insane. The guy's a legend. But I gotta ask, what's the vibe like in the prison? Are his fellow inmates lining up for autographs? Or are they a little less enthusiastic about Decca's newfound fame?
Yeah, you can imagine it's not all sunshine and roses. The article, it introduces this character, Johnny Big Nose, and let me tell you, the name fits the stereotype.
Oh boy, I think I can picture this guy. So Big Nose is not exactly thrilled about Decca's fan mail, right?
About one bit. Johnny, he's the embodiment of every jealous inmate rolled into one. He even confronts Decca, demanding to know, "What's your secret, mate?" Like it's some kind of magic trick.
Oh, this is too good. I bet Decca ate it up.
Yeah.
So did he share his secrets? What's the secret formula for becoming a prison heartthrob?
Well, Decca being Decca, he just shrugs it off, Plays it cool, credits it to his mystery and winning personality. Though, reading between the lines, you can tell he's loving the attention. Oh, he's definitely soaking it up.
Who wouldn't? It's like he's the king of the castle, but instead of ruling through fear, it's fan mail and hand-drawn portraits.
It's a fascinating dynamic, really.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it makes you wonder, what is it about this guy? I mean, these women haven't even met him. They're falling for, an idea of him.
That's just it, isn't it? It's this whole parasocial thing.
Parasocial. You're going to have to break that down for me.
Right. So it's like, when people get super invested in celebrities, like they feel like they actually know them.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But that's usually reserved for, movie stars and pop singers, not exactly hardened criminals.
Right. But in this case, it's amplified. Think about it. These women are in prison. Their world is small, controlled. Decca, through these letters and rumors, he becomes this blank slate for them.
So they're projecting their own desires onto him, their fantasies.
Exactly. He's this blank canvas onto which they can paint their ideal man, their escape from the realities of prison life.
And the fact that he's locked up in another prison probably adds to the allure. He's unattainable.
Oh, absolutely. No chance of a messy breakup when there's a wall of bars between you.
True, very true. But this bad boy thing, it's almost cliche, isn't it? Why is that so appealing, especially in a place like prison?
Well, it's more than just being a bad boy. It's what that represents. A sense of rebellion, a disregard for rules.
Which, in a place like prison, where rules are everything.
Exactly. It's a powerful image. Plus, there's the strength aspect, the feeling of protection, which can be appealing in an environment where vulnerability is often seen as a weakness.
So Decca ticks all the boxes. He's tough, He's mysterious. He's completely unavailable.
The perfect fantasy boyfriend, at least within the confines of the prison system.
All right, so we've talked about the letters, the infatuation, but what about, the perks? Don't tell me those hand-knit scarves weren't making their way through the prison mailroom.
Oh, you better believe it. The article, it talks about Decca receiving all sorts of gifts. Sketches, mixtapes, you name it. And we're not talking about just little trinkets here. These were expressions of adoration, tokens of affection.
I've got a whole economy built on Decca Heggie fandom.
It's remarkable, and it really highlights how social hierarchies exist everywhere, even in prison.
Right, so where does this newfound fame place Decca in that hierarchy?
It's an interesting question, isn't it? He's not running a smuggling ring or anything.
But he's got something else, something that transcends the traditional power structures.
Absolutely. He's a source of fascination, envy, even amusement. And get this, even the guards get swept up in the whole thing.
Wait, what? The guards, are they asking for his autograph too?
Not quite, but close. Remember Big Dave, the tough-as-nails guard from the article?
Yeah, what about him?
He goes to Decca for advice.
Advice? About what?
Relationship advice. Apparently, Big Dave's marriage is on the rocks, and he sees Decca as some kind of love guru.
You've got to be kidding me. A prison guard is taking relationship advice from a bare-knuckle boxer serving time.
I know, right? But that's the thing about this story. It's full of these absurd, head-scratching moments.
It's like the whole prison system is tilting on its axis a little bit.
And it's all thanks to Decca Heggie and his unexpected fan club.
I mean, you really couldn't make this stuff up.
It's a reminder that life, even behind bars, can be stranger than fiction.
No doubt about that. But it also makes you think, doesn't it? What does this say about us? About our need for connection, even in the most unexpected places? It's kind of like he's accidentally become this, I don't know, like a folk hero or something.
It's the accidental part that makes it so interesting, right? Like,
Yeah.
these women are building up this whole image of him, and who knows how accurate it actually is.
Right, like are they picturing Romeo in there? And Decca's really more like, I don't know, like a bruiser with a soft spot for stray cats. We don't really know.
Exactly. And yet, that image, that fantasy, it has real power. I mean, look at the impact it's having. He's shaking things up without even trying.
It really is wild. Okay, so the big question, does Decca know the effect he's having? Like, is he leaning into this heartthrob thing?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Part of me thinks he's got to be in on the joke.
Right, like winking at the guards while he's reading his fan mail?
But there's another part, and maybe this is me being a bit too optimistic, but maybe there's a part of him that's genuinely touched by it all.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, even if it's based on a fantasy, this kind of attention, it can be, well, validating.
Absolutely. And let's not forget, we're talking about a fundamental human need here. Connection. It's something we all crave. And in prison, where you're cut off, isolated.
That need's got to be even stronger.
Exactly. So maybe these letters, they're a reminder that even in the toughest circumstances, even behind bars, that need for human connection, it finds a way.
It's a powerful thought, isn't it? That even a bare-knuckle boxer can become a symbol of hope, of romance, even if it's all thanks to a few pink envelopes and a whole lot of imagination.
This whole story, it makes you think about the things we seek out, the meaning we create, even in the most unexpected places.
Decca Heggie, prison heartthrob. Who would have thought? It's funny, it's bizarre, and you know what? It's kind of beautiful in its own way.
Absolutely. And it reminds us life can surprise you. Sometimes the most profound truths, they come from the most unexpected places, and that's something worth remembering.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay.
So, next time you think you've got it all figured out, remember Decca Heggie and his unlikely fan club. There's always more to the story than meets the eye.